Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around for the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Caramel Frappuccino candle from Bath & Body Works, part of the Candle Day collection. The notes on this read rich cold brew coffee, frothy milk, sweet caramel syrup blended with ice. So yeah, I think this is pretty much a repackage of the White Caramel Cold Brew / whipped coffee fragrance. So if you missed out on that fragrance because it wasn't out this year, or if you hadn't had it in a while, then I would check this out. It's pretty much the same thing. It just smells like very much like a caramel milk fragrance with a very negligible amount of like a slight resemblance to coffee or a roastiness, but it's nowhere near the heavy like coffee action you get in Paris Cafe or even freshly brewed coffee. So yeah, first and foremost, you get a super creamy, milky caramel fragrance. It's not too far off from like their usual like salted caramel, salty caramel type of caramel fragrance. Very much in line with that. It's milky, it's creamy. And then slightly a roasty component that also kind of like makes it smell like the sort of popcorn component that you would get in like their salty caramel, salted caramel fragrance. And I think that sort of like roasty, slightly popcorn type of fragrance is coming from the, I guess, quote unquote coffee that's supposed to be in here. So there's a slight roastiness, but just so much heaps and emphasis on that milky caramel fragrance. It's just a very sweet, sweet caramel milk fragrance is what this smells like. But yeah, it's kind of like, you know how like Frappuccinos, I don't think they're actually made with real coffee, but like they have like a frap roast or like a coffee flavored like pumps of syrup. It's kind of like the equivalent of that in terms of how much like coffee you get in this. But overall, the blend together does evoke some type of like sweet caramel like drink that you would get from Starbucks or a coffee house. So yeah, pretty much it. I actually don't mind this fragrance. It's very pleasant and a creamy, sweet caramel type of fragrance, and I like it. It doesn't get too burnt or like heavy or cloying like maybe like Summer Boardwalk would, and it doesn't have too much of that sort of like popcorn burnt component that also like Summer Boardwalk tends to get towards the mid-range point. This one just keeps its sort of creamy sweetness through the whole time, but it is quite a bit sooty, so that's like the only downside of this. But that's pretty much it for the fragrance. Let me go into the performance. This is a third burn. For whatever reason, this candle always suds like just absolute craziness. This one has probably the thickest core wicks of this candle. So like the original White Caramel Cold Brew with the marble lid one had the flat curling wicks, and that would also soot, but it would like curl and soot downwards into the wax pool, and then so the wax pool would get all black and murky and like cloudy, and that was really annoying. Then we had whipped coffee, which had a less thick or less big core wick, and that would also soot like crazy too, and it would soot upwards for the first half and then would soot downwards for the second half, and it would just be this hot sooty mess. And this one, because it has like the thickest core wicks on it, what it does is actually makes a mushroom top, so it makes the flame a little bit more controllable, that it doesn't soot quite as excessively as the other ones. But as you can see here, this is still puffing like soot like no one's business. So you just have to always be super on top of trimming on this candle, and you have to limit to like 3 hours or it just like puffs and soots like crazy. So that's just what's super annoying about this candle. As for the throw, totally fine. I can smell it no problem. I would say like a good 7 to an 8. It's like a pretty nice, decent caramel fragrance, but it doesn't get like cloying to me in the way like Summer Boardwalk or Pumpkin Pecan Waffles does. It's always just kind of very pleasant in the background, and I enjoy it. So yeah, I would say medium to strong. Overall, nothing groundbreaking. If you just want White Caramel Cold Brew or whipped coffee again, here you go as Caramel Frappuccino, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.